You will need a baseboard or something to paint your project on, a paint palette and brushes, different ranges of paint, and I'm using whatever I have on hand, some water and a paper towel, and your project, of course. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to prep the mask for paint, and so I just have to score it up and rough it up some and get it all ready, like I said. At this point, I'm being spooky, show you how it looks, but the paint will stick better when it's a more rougher surface and not too smooth. Here I'm doing little detail cleanups, casting marks and whatnot. So here I'm prepping outside for all the paint. I lay down some paper towels just to make sure. I show off the brand paint I'm using. But at this point, when I'm trying to spray it, nothing is coming out. And so that is the end of the life for that can. Soon enough, I will get another can. Here it is. That one actually works out in the end. Keep in mind, I'm not sponsored by anything. So here I am showing off the paint I will be using. I tried my best to get it into frame. I was trying out a whole new setup for the tripod, but this is just all what I had on hand. I mix it all up at some point. Little bits and pieces here, they're more overdropped, but I make that work for it. Show off a little bit darker paint that you want to use around the edges, because you want a base layer and then you want to go a little bit darker and darker to kind of make it look like it's all, grossified. Here I show off, I think, the last bit of darker color I do for the mask, which I'll mix it in a little bit with the previous color for the skin, and it'll just get slightly darker. I don't use brown straight up on it. So now we get into the bit of the ketchup bloody bits. Used two different kind of reds. I made a darker red first for more of the darker areas, Later on, I'll use the regular red, which is like very striking, very much pops out, and it looks really good then. Accidentally made a mistake and I wasn't thinking of filming, but all I did was I added bits of rope here and here just to make it look a little bit more creepy. It looks like a football stitch somewhat because my sister used to be in football. The other side, it was a hassle trying to get things to cooperate, but I glued them down here and there, and I want to see if I can try to cut them off some so that it can still possibly be wearable. So let's do that. So here I am showing that I'm going to still have this as a wearable mask. So I cut out some felt and I'm going to, well, I was glue sticking it on first, and then I realized in the end that wasn't really needed. In the end, I still use hot glue, and then I actually was able to video it correctly this time for you guys. And that is how I made a very spooky mask. Fits well too. It's a little funky on my mouth though, but other than that, I think it turned out really cool. Well, my little Thayers, thank you for joining me today on this video. Took me about 3 days, but I think it turned out really cool. So, please like, share, subscribe, whatever, if you really liked this video, and I will see you all later.